Hey guys, so news today, if you haven't heard already, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, the directors of the Han Solo movie, were let go. They parted ways with Lucasfilm right smack in the middle, actually closer to the end of the Han Solo footage. There wasn't much time left for filming, and they've kind of parted ways. The story originally was that they had quit, the first story, and then as more news came out, it was basically creative differences. And so basically what that means, if you're not familiar, that it's code for fired, but it was definitely a creative dispute. They wanted to make the movie a certain way, and Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm says, no, you are deviating too much from what we consider it to be Star Warsy. So basically the movie didn't feel Star Warsy. And to give you a clue, these guys had also made movies like the Lego Movie and 21 and 22 Jump Street, and basically they had made a lot of comedies, and it may have been that this movie felt too pop culture and too funny. At least that's speculation right now based on their previous bodies of work, and maybe not Star Warsy enough. So what's happening now is that they've been trying to find a new director. There were a couple of nominees. Well, it just came out Ron Howard is actually stepping in to take over the movie. Now, Ron Howard is an extremely established director. He's been making movies for a long time. He's also, this is a very good thing, I think, for Star Wars. I don't know if he's done stuff that's going to feel right for Star Wars, or I don't know if he's necessarily the best Star Warsy pick, but he's solid. He's very solid. So and he's definitely somebody who can work with Lucasfilm and meet budget constraints and time constraints, and and definitely get the job done, as well as have the respect of everybody, of the cast and crew. So I think this will produce marvelous results, and it's good. I haven't really talked much about the Han Solo movie. Because I'll be honest with you, it just doesn't seem that exciting to me. To me, Han Solo is a character that's always been best as kind of mysterious. And what little we knew about him was kind of cool, because all we really needed to know is that he had a shady past and he was redeeming himself. And what annoys me, or at least is speculation, we really don't know much about this movie right now, but there's a couple of key things that we know that happened to Han Solo, but we don't know how they happened. We know he won the Millennium Falcon, we know he won a life debt from Chewbacca, and we know he made the Kessel Run. And those are like three important things. Now, I'm going to be really upset if in this movie all three of those things are major plot points. Like, I don't want to see all three things that were mysterious about Han Solo's past. I wouldn't mind if they explored one of those things, but I'm not really crazy about them exploring every secret about Han Solo that there is. And I just, I think a lot of things are better left to mystery. What I am particularly proud of, though, is that my boy Lando is going to be in this movie. And I'm hoping that it's more of a Lando movie than a Han Solo movie, because Lando is the Mando. Okay, Lando's the man. I'm a big Lando fan, and he is actually very underrated. He doesn't get enough. Like, we just got a Lando action figure just recently, and this Black Series has been out forever. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm a big fan of Lando being in this movie, and I'm hoping it deals a lot more with Lando and a lot less with Han Solo. But obviously it can't. If it's a Han Solo movie, although we don't have an official title yet, so it could be just more of could be called Scoundrels or something like that. It might not even be as much of a Han Solo movie as we think it is. And I'm kind of hoping that's the case. I'm hoping it feels at least 50-50 like Han and Lando going on an adventure. But I have a feeling it's probably going to be more about Han Solo, and that makes me a little underwhelmed. I'm still obviously going to go see it. It's Star Wars. But it doesn't have a lot of the things like, Han Solo's not a Jedi, so he doesn't have the Force, and he doesn't have a lightsaber, and it doesn't, and there's not going to be, I don't know, I just have a feeling there's not going to be as many tie-ins to things that I really care about outside of Lando. So the more Lando, the better. The less Lando, the worse. That's my opinion on it. I would love to hear what you guys think, though. How do you feel? Are you worried about the directors stepping down and a new director taking over? Of course, this isn't necessarily that much of a new thing. This sort of thing has definitely happened before. With Joss Whedon, for example, just took over another movie with a few weeks left because with Justice League, Nolan had a family emergency and had to step out, and that was, I mean, different circumstances. That's not a creative dispute. So directors do take over and like help finish a job, but this one wasn't finished yet, and I think there's probably going to be maybe a lot of reshoots. I do think you will probably still see some of the footage that the original directors had done for the Han Solo movie, but I think the feel and the framing of the movie are going to be very different from the one that they had put together. I'd love to hear what you think, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribing. Click the bell for alerts when you can find out when I'm doing my contest giveaways. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.